Have you ever wondered what is going on a psychopath's mind? The things they are capable of doing are unimaginable. And you might have seen or read about signs or characteristics that a person might be a psychopath. But have you seen how they actually behave? Today we will be looking at some of the most off-putting interviews of psychopaths. Hold on to your seats, as what you will see can probably give you chills just by watching it. There was a documentary in 1996 conducted by psychologists that featured different interviews of various predators, but there is one that stood out among these interviews. The first clip that you will see is this man that may not have murdered anyone, but what he did is as bad and extreme as murder. This man is a manipulative child molester, and the way he described the molestation of his stepdaughter is really unsettling. He admittedly said that he was grooming the child to fit him. He said everything in this interview without any emotion or remorse. That was really chilling to see and hear someone talk like that.
When I was the punisher, I was the one who decided punishment over the children. I was the one who spanked the children. I was the one who punished the children. And if I seen the children doing anything wrong, even bickering and arguing amongst themselves, I would whip them and tell them, just kids playing. I would tell myself, well, she's not going to be like that. She is going to be the perfect mate. And I told myself that. And I didn't molest her then.
The perfect mate.
The perfect mate. I was grooming her to fit me. To fit me. Then when I molested her at 18 months old. And I thought to myself, I said, well, this is going to be easy. This is going to be easy. I'm going to have my own child, my own stepdaughter, which is really not blood related to me. And I'm telling myself these things, it's not blood related to me. When she grows up to be 14, 15 years old, I will have the perfect sexual mate for sexual purposes.
You might have already know the people in the next interview that you will be seeing. Susan Atkins developed an obsessive infatuation with Charles Manson. She believed that Manson was the physical return of Christ. She even has no doubt when Manson talked about his imminent and apocalyptic reservoir. Atkins was unsuspecting about this concept that she even was the first to volunteer of starting it. Because of that, Manson asked her, along with Tex Watson, Linda Kasabian, and Patricia Krenwinkel, to go to 150 Cielo Drive. Manson ordered them to slaughter the people residing there as brutal as they can. The murder that occurred will always be one of the darkest murders that ever happened in America. There were 5 victims that were viciously butchered. What made this crime even more controversial is one of the victims, Sharon Tate, a pregnant actress. Atkins herself stabbed her 16 times as she tried to shut her up. Susan Atkins unbelievably sweared that she is a Christian even after committing a hideous crime.
What happened that night you all went to Sharon Tate's house? What really happened?
Well, I remember getting in the car with Tex and Tex Watson and my other 2 co-defendants. 3 co-defendants, actually. And we drove to the house with instructions to kill everyone in the house.
From Charlie?
Yeah. And not just that, but that we were instructed to go all the way down every house, hit every house on the street, yes.
And kill all the people in those houses?
Kill all the people in all those houses. I remember that I had absolutely, I felt nothing. I felt absolutely nothing for her as she begged for her life and for the life of her baby.
Mary Jean Pearl was married to her abusive husband, John Battaglia, for 8 years until she decided to end it in January of 1999. After the separation, Pearl still let John visit their daughters, Faith and Liberty. But after John attacked her once again on Christmas, the visit became periodic. In April of 2001, Pearl protested that John violated his parole again. After this, the next visit of their daughter was unconsciously their last, as John chose to murder his 2 daughters because he knows how much it will hurt and destroy Pearl. Completely unaware of what will happen to her children, Pearl planned a dinner for this visit, but John took the pair back to his apartment. Once they were in his apartment, John called Pearl and put in speakerphone. He asked Faith to tell their mother why Pearl wanted their daddy to go to jail. Pearl then became afraid, and then she heard her daughter plead with their father to not shoot. Her plead obviously did not stop John, as he shot Faith 3 times and Liberty 5 times. After committing the crime, police later on found him, and he even had the time to pick up his girlfriend and then went to a tattoo shop and had 2 roses tattooed in his arm. Almost 17 years after the murder, John Battaglia was executed through lethal injection. But a year before his execution, he got interviewed for the documentary.
I said, you're going to have to learn this lesson. And I just held her by the shoulder and I popped her in the head twice. And, she moved her head the wrong way and I snapped her nose. And she fell down and I just walked away. She said I struck her about 20 times, but she was unconscious before she hit the ground. Well, the fact that she got me put in prison, she knows that the bullshit she pulled, the only way to keep from sending her front teeth flying out her asshole is to have me behind this glass. Because she's a bitch, and she deserved to have the shit knocked out of her, but what the hell. Makes me feel like I should have killed her. She's such a pain in the ass. I think I was a good father to Liberty and Faith. Yes, I tried to be.
Young age of 13 years old, Paris Bennett wickedly murdered his younger sister. In February 5, 2007, Paris and his 7-year-old sister Ella were in their house in Texas. They had a babysitter looked over them, but after some time, when Ella was already put to bed, Paris convinced their babysitter to leave already. Once they were done in the house, Paris then quietly entered his sister's room and began stabbing and beating her. When he was in custody, he right away admitted to the crime, and he said that he did it because he wants to devastate their mother, Charity. He even stated that his original plan was to kill his mother, but then realized that the pain of losing a child will hurt her for as long as she lives. After what happened, Charity continuously visited his son and said that what he did was due to a shock. We might have seen how they react with the crimes that they have committed, And yes, the lack of emotion, as they talked about it, is as unimaginable as what they had done. I would love to know your suggestions and thoughts in the comment section below. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more clips of unthinkable truths, then Unsolved Nightmares will give you more content related to this one. So make sure to subscribe to this channel right away.